Okay, welcome to another hike in the Pine Barrens. I will be doing some narration this time, which I haven't done in a long while, but do a little bit. We're starting off at Firemans Park, and we're going to walk in Brookhaven State Park. Yeah, these beautiful pines here. Really nice. Cold today, but nice and sunny. We haven't had a sunny day like this in a while, so first we're going to go in there and check out that nice piney desert-like area. Look at these beautiful pines here, huh? You might hear some gunshots because we are by a range, so kind of ruined the piece. That's why a lot of times when I come here, I just kind of put music in. It's easier for me, and I listen to music when I hike, so a lot of the times this is a beautiful little area here. I'll just show it to you briefly here. We head on here, but these pines are spectacular, man. What a spot. I don't like that sound either. I don't like the gunshots. It ruins the piece. It's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, so if you come here Mondays and Tuesdays, I don't think you have to listen to it. But anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful spot. It's very cold out here, though. Very, very cold today. All right, it's another area here. Look at these beautiful pines here. Haven't been out here in a while, so I tell you, there's nothing like pines and a nice blue sky, I'll tell you. Beautiful pines here, but unfortunately we have a Southern Pine Beetle outbreak over here. You can see it's kind of spreading through these trees here. Started with one tree, and of course they're not doing anything about it, of course. They don't, it's a beautiful stand of pines. Why aren't they doing anything about it, They should be cutting down these infested trees. Unfortunately, if they don't do anything, all these trees could die. So, really unfortunate. They need to do something. I'll be contacting the town of Brookhaven about it. Yeah, that's a beauty. So yeah, we're on the edge right now of the, this is where Brookhaven State Park begins, like right over here. So we're going to be taking a path over there, and we will be, whoa, a little muddy over here, a little slippery. Gotta watch, because it is below freezing. There could be some ice, and we'll check out the lakes, of course, which will probably be full of ice. Look at these beautiful pines, huh? Yeah, look at these. Beautiful. Yeah, when I'm here, I'm listening to music. Sometimes I don't listen to music, sometimes I do, but you might hear it a little bit in the background. Got a headset on, has some leakage. Unfortunately, some sound leakage. Because I don't want to hear the range. So, oh, look at these beautiful pines here, huh? It is really all about those great shapes, huh? Yeah, now we're in the park now. Just gonna on the trail here. We'll be taking this and to the end, and then we're making a right. It's a mixed oak and pine forest over here. Yeah, really beautiful here. It's a nice picturesque trail here. Unfortunately, you still see dead pines here and there from the beetles. It's everywhere you go here. You see it in the pine. There are a couple of areas where you don't see it, but in this area, unfortunately, you see there's a few over there. This is just, it's been bad here. We've really been hit hard by these things. Well, it's the lack of fire. Like I said, in Jersey, they have frequent controlled burns and more frequent fires, and there's many beetle outbreaks, Whereas here, unfortunately, we have a lot of them. So, Some of this dry kettle over here, it's very pretty actually. Well, there's usually not water in that one, but you can see we can get closer here. Yeah, maybe they were doing some cutting here. I don't know. We'll see. So we can get in here. It's a little tricky to get in here to this spot. A little tricky here, so just kind of have to look at it from here. It's beautiful though. Okay, so now we're going to be heading on this path here, and yeah, it's pretty over here. It's a nice path here. Hopefully we'll get away from those beetle outbreaks. Still some signs of it here. There's a dead one right here. It's just, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we're walking again on this path here. It's very pretty over here. Well, the pines just line the trail here. So we will be showing you the lakes, showing you how they've shrunk. Probably still very low. I mean, there's usually water in that spot down there, so you know it's dry. And it's still been very dry here, very dry. You can just tell. Very, very dry. But it's beautiful because we got kind of a cloud in the sky today. Which is a rarity these days. And yeah, it's been almost a month since I've been out this far east, unfortunately. So one of the reasons I don't like dealing with that 58. It wasn't too bad today though. Though it did leave Brentwood 10 minutes late. But we made up the time. We got some more pines ahead. More great shapes ahead. Look how low the sun angle is. This is like the middle of the day. It's as high as the sun gets. That's it. Getting close to that winter solstice. Yeah, take a look at this. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful pines here. Now it's, once you get to this area, it starts looking nicer. This is because there was a fire here, I mean, probably about 20 or 30 years ago, a long time ago. It's still a long time ago, but you can see how it helps keep the trees healthier, and they're spaced out much better. See, that's why I gotta look down. It's one thing when you're taking a video and you're walking. When you're hiking, you gotta watch for things on the ground, you know. So that's the thing. Well, unfortunately, there's another beetle outbreak area there on that side, unfortunately. But this side looks good, though. This side looks great. Yeah. There's a parks patrol. Alright, we're going to be heading on this path here. It's stuck. There we go again. Alright, well, I don't want to... Stuck again. Yeah, so we're going to be taking the Brookhaven path. Yeah, you can see it. You can see the sign says foot trail only there. So I'm going to be going this way. To lakes. Not going to be going to the big lake. We're going to these smaller ones here, which are probably very small. Here's a nice stand of pines. Yeah, more destruction from the beetles, man. Jeez. Sucks, you know? It really does. Look at this. This is I see they got red tape, so they know that there's an outbreak here, but why haven't they cut these trees down? You know, it's like they know there's an outbreak here because you see the red tape there. I don't know if you can see it, but they're not doing anything, man. The state has its priorities elsewhere. We all know where those priorities are. So I kind of like narrating this time just to tell you how you can see how just forgotten the Pine Barrens are. You know, the beaches get plenty of money for sand replenishment every time there's a storm, but they can't manage these southern pine beetles. They don't have the money for it to do it right. Really? We all know why that is, because they're no Wall Street people that live here, so hey, the Wall Street people, it's all about the South Shore, so you know, they don't care. You know. Yeah, I mean, days are so short. Look at how long the shadows are. Look at how low that sun is. Yeah, days are so short now. Really super short days we got. No, I just want to get away from seeing these beetle outbreaks. It's like ridiculous. There you go. Here's the red tape. Well, pink maybe, because see those trees? They're dead. Like, I mean, they put the tape here, so they know it's an infestation, but they just put the tape there to mark it. I mean, they will cut around to cutting them, but it takes them so long to do anything. By the time they do something, it's already getting out of control. And that's the problem with New York State. You know, and it's money. I already spoken to people at the DEC. They say it's money. We could do more, but we're not getting the money to do what they need. You know. Okay. Can't. Sorry if that looked a little dark. I was hoping I could change the exposure while I was taking video, but I don't know how to do that, so anyway, I'm using a camera, of course, not using my piece of garbage phone. Looking better over here, luckily. I don't see any Southern Pine Beetle outbreaks here. This is the way it should look. Yes, as the sun gets lower and lower. We've already, it's about a little after 12 noon, so we're going to go downhill over here. It doesn't feel so cold now, but you know, you cover your head, you cover your ears, and it's not so bad. You just have to be prepared for it, that's all. This will look a lot better with some snow, but hopefully we'll get some snow. Looks like we're going to get some snow this weekend, so get some more nice weather like this after the snow's on the ground. Oh, take a look at this. This would look great with some snow. This would look awesome with some snow. Oh, look at this. Yeah, this spot is beautiful. Oh, man, what a spot, huh? Yeah, you can definitely see it's still windy up there. Well, unfortunately, we have another beetle outbreak. You can see all the branches that have fallen on the ground. Another one over here. I mean, it's just all over the place. It's just worse than it's ever been. But nobody's talking about it. So you don't see the News 12 talking about it. You don't see the New York City broadcast TV stations talking about it. But if something happens at the beach, and there's a big storm, and there's damage at the beach, oh, we're going to be all over it. Because of that, so, yeah. Like, I come here, I try not to complain. I'm trying to have a good time, but it's upsetting to see what's happening to the Pine Barrens I love. And the fact that not enough is being done to save the Pine Barrens, to stop these beetles. You know? It's priceless. This is a priceless resource. You can't put really a dollar figure on it, but New York State is like, well, hey, we just care about the snobs, and that's it, you know. And yeah, I know, all part of the plan, but hey, I never want to accept the plan. So I keep fighting, and I keep speaking out because somebody has to. All right, so we are going to be making a left here at this path here, heading this way, and then will take us to the lakes, which I'm sure are going to be pretty dried up. We'll see in a minute. I bet you they're going to be pretty dried up. Before we get there, though, let's take a look at this. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to be going down here. And we'll see how the lakes are, and I'm sure they have... The lake is pretty much dried up. You're going to see in a moment, yeah. Which is really, really unfortunate. So it really shows that we're still in this drought. It's been going on here, even though we're not. The drought monitor is kind of taking us all out of the drought. Because they've looked at the rainfall. I'm seeing how dry everything is, and it's still, to me, looks like we're still in a pretty big drought here. Alright, so going here. Yeah, this lake is like gone pretty much. Look at this. This is sad, man. Oh. Look at this lake. It's gone. It's gone. It's more or less gone. This whole lake is gone. Look at this. This is unbelievably so sad. Look at this. All this lake is gone. I'm telling you, this drought is terrible that's going on. Our lakes and ponds are drying up here on Long Island, especially in the Pine Barrens. I think it's more than just the rainfall, though. I think it's also the fact that we have too much development, which is resulting in aquifer drawdown, which is also lowering the water table, so the lakes are drying up that way, too. What a shame. Well, at least we still have these great shapes to look at here, at least for now. Okay, so this lake's looking a little bit better. There's some water in this one, at least, you see. So that's good. Still very low, though. Still very, very low. Very low. But at least there's some water here. But this lake is still very low. Unfortunately, that's what's left of it. It's just, you know, I remember where I'm walking right now, it'll be underwater. Now it's all dry. And these pines look a lot better. These look great. Look at these shapes here. Oh man, look at these beautiful pines. Unfortunately, I have to leave here in about 20 minutes. Because I gotta go on the bus back, because otherwise it's another hour for the next one, because the 58 only runs every hour. It should really run every half an hour. Like, you know, why does the 17 get every half an hour service? Oh, because it serves East Islip. Those people in East Islip, they're important. So they get to have a bus every half an hour. We have to wait here an hour for the bus here in the Pine Barrens that nobody except me seems to care about. Oh, look at these shapes, though, huh? Beautiful, huh? Ah, man, so beautiful here. Really, the sun is getting lower, though. See that? Such beautiful pines here, though. Oh, this is the best spot right here, I'll tell you. Yeah, look at that, huh? nice witch's worm on that pine there. That is a beautiful witch's worm right there. Alright. Yeah, this lake's pretty dried up. Still a little bit of water in it, but not much. Alright. Of course, this is a spot you want to walk to when it's cold because you can see how high the grass is here. So, but take a look at this. Man, it's beautiful. Man, look at this. Beautiful. Well, we're very close to wrapping this video up. Let's head back. I can't believe I've been here 2.5 hours already. That time just flew by. Yeah, this lake here is completely dry. But it does give you some different vantage points. Look at that. And that is absolutely beautiful. Well, that just about does it. So thank you for watching, and yeah, it's time for me to get on out of here. And wish I could stay longer, but the sun's starting to get lower. I'm starting to get tired, so it's time for me to head on back. So thank you for watching, and remember what it's all about. It is all about those great shapes